I am so happy to be up here. Y'all just don't motherfucking know. Okay, so this video might be a couple of parts long because I have a lot to channel in here for the collective, okay? I've been sitting here scrying, okay? But so we're gonna go on with some life updates about me, and then we're gonna get into the collective. And I'm feeling so much more comfortable just being myself, just as a whole, considering the fact that I've dealt with a lot of unintentional things of like, you know how it goes in the spirit realm, okay? If you know, you know. All right, High Priestess Chronicles. But it goes to say that it proves time and time again how protected you are and just how unfuckwittable you could be. You know what I'm saying? So hi guys, it's High Priestess JC coming to you with another one. And if you like any of this content, please like, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out. I'm going to try my hardest not to read these notifications that come through my phone, because I have noticed nowadays that when I start to tap in and all that, I get all these notifications, like, and I could be sitting around all day and nothing will come through except for when I'm tapped in. And I've noticed it a lot more nowadays because it's to the point where these notifications are kind of synced with whatever it is that I'm channeling in the most honest way. And for me, it's a thing of like, I've been knew that, but sometimes I get into this thing where I'm like, you know, don't let your head blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about nobody else, but I'ma always put myself in check and do my self-reflection and stuff. I've always been a overly accountable person. I don't thrive in delusion, okay? I thrive in truth. So that was one of my things, but I always forget that my spirit guides are always reminding me, you are chosen and your spiritual gifts are inherited. That's just for me. Everything ain't for everybody. So, okay, so a couple things, y'all. For one, my birthday is coming up, okay? Right now, we are in this cusp energy between Scorpio and Sagittarius, okay? Wonderful Ophiuchus energy. I am an Ophiuchus, okay? My birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks, okay? So I have just been kind of holding on to my own energy because personally, the last year around has been nothing but reflection and kind of self-initiation into this highly confident awareness of mine, okay? That's what I've been working on personally. Up and through this channel, time and time again, y'all know what goes on up here, okay? But if you're new, welcome to the tribe, okay? Thank you for subscribing. And I want to just take this time as well to express my graces for the amount of growth that my platforms have been having naturally, okay? Thank you for being a soul tribe member. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for appreciating me, my spirit guides, and just thank you for existing, okay? It's crazy because it's like, as my ear is starting to ring right now, my ear's been ringing for a couple days. That's how I also knew, I'm like, oh, it's time for me to get up here again. But yeah, as time goes on, I'm thinking about how the challenges that you could face, they become the smallest things until they like literally disappear from your energy when you start to really focus on what the bigger picture of everything is. And I feel like that's also what my life has turned into. The bigger picture of stuff is being blew up to be bigger, and like the little annoying shit is like literally disappearing like pimples, okay, honey? So that's like the number one thing, okay, for me. So my birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks. Also, Mercury is in retrograde in this energy. That's also why I've been trying to stay off here, because I don't know, About nobody else, but personally, Mercury been getting on my motherfucking nerves. And I say that, but I'm ruled by Mercury. And yes, Mercury has been getting on my motherfucking nerves, okay? But it's only because, like, I have this big thing for creative intelligence, okay? That's why I am ruled by Mercury. My Mercury is in Sagittarius in the 5th house, okay? I am full-blooded Sagittarian, okay? I have Sagittarius in some other places too, honey. But yeah, I have a lot of water energy as well. Mostly, I have all water energy. Like, I have a bit of Cancer, a bit of Pisces, a bit of Scorpio. So it's like, I'm like fire and ice all day long, okay? I could be flamboyant and then I can turn cold. Don't play. All right. So I just been trying to understand myself on a deeper level here, okay? I'm going into my solar return, Saturn return, okay? And I think I said that before. I'm like, I'm having an early Saturn return because all I've been doing is reflecting on shit in my own personal energy when I'm by myself. I'm like, if this isn't giving Saturn return, I don't know what is, honey. So I'm energetically prepared for that, okay? So while Mercury is in retrograde, Mercury is only in retrograde for like 20 days or something like that. But I cannot wait for it to be done because it's like I have been dealing with the pressures of projection, you know, what I should do, what I should have did, you know, blah, blah, this and that. Based on the fact that, you know, I seem to be someone that thrives everywhere, but I'm highly spiritual. So I'm not 1 foot in, 1 foot out, if that's what people was wondering on why people are always like watching me to suggest things, okay? I'm not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm highly spiritual and I wouldn't want it any other way, okay? I wouldn't want it no other fucking way. I love it this way, okay? I don't care what it look like to nobody on the outside, baby. I'll be having me a time, okay? So, yeah, Mercury's in retrograde. Jupiter just went into retrograde during the 11/11 portal, okay? Jupiter is in retrograde all the way up until March. Now, that is not manifestation energy, okay? Just to let you know, I done did my research on planet Jupiter, okay? This is not manifestation energy for Jupiter because I'm telling you, the way Aries has came and tore some shit up through this entire fucking year of 2025, I would not be manifesting anything. I would not be manifesting nothing based on the shit that has been coming up to the surface, okay? But planet Jupiter is about greed, gluttony, okay? Overconsumption even, okay? So that's what I'm like, interesting. All right, so boom. And let me open this book up before I say anything else, because at this point it just get a little sketchy, okay? Because you know we also just got done with the Scorpio new moon. So Libra moon me, let's weigh some things on the scale here. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Some retrogrades are going to be coming out, these planets, really soon here now that we're getting to the end, okay? So December is the month 10. 10/10 cycles are done, okay? It's the month 10. So technically my birthday is 10/11 instead of 12/11. So 10/11 is the matrix code. It makes so much fucking sense, don't it? That's one thing about it. That's why I don't be up here worried about somebody else and what the fuck they got going on. Because I know, okay? So yeah, that new moon in Scorpio just came and went here. Here I am sitting on this cusp energy. Okay, sitting here on this nice little cuspy cusp, making the shots, okay? Calling the plays, making the shots. Okay, so here we are. So we've got Neptune is going to be retrograding until December 10, a day before my birthday, okay? Jupiter just went into retrograde. Saturn is done November 28th. Hello, we got a nice little week, okay? Ooh, baby. And then Uranus is still gonna be in Neptune. Wait, what am I talking about? Uranus is in Neptune? We just had one of those trines. It was a sextile, I think. Okay, anyways. So Uranus is still going to be in retrograde until February because it just went retrograde in September, right? Planet Chiron is going to be done retrograding. Chiron is not a planet, it's a comet, sorry. But Chiron is going to be done retrograding in January. So we really is making our way through this bad boy. Oh yeah, there's Neptune. And there's, okay, yeah, I had that all mixed up. All right. So Mercury is done in retrograde November 29. And then, so Saturn and Mercury, November 28 and November 29. Okay. Okay, and that is water sign energy at its fullest. Both of those planets ending in that transit there. So we got like another week or so. Just know this message is very timeless, but you may appreciate these events that I mentioned. You may appreciate the energies that I am forecasting, and you also may appreciate your healing, your awakening, and your rebirth a lot easier. All right, so bear with me here for a few more minutes while we get this out. So also, is there anything else in here that I wanted to do? I think that's all I had to talk about here. Okay, so I was just with my baby's father, and we were finishing off some things. Okay, so I was up with my baby's father, and I needed to take a break because right after I did the last series of cryptic pregnancy messages, my entire body just needed rest. Okay, no channeling, no tarot. I'm not answering nobody's messages. I needed rest. Like I turned down a couple of clients even because it was time for me to rest. It took everything out of me to do those cryptic messages, but I am also glad that I did them. Like my spirit team appreciates me a lot more because, like I've said up here, the cryptic pregnancy experience is a very deep experience. And for me as a divine feminine experiencing this myself, I can advocate for that. It's a very difficult journey, but it is so sacred. And I've had my hardest time being confident about the journey simply because all of the mental health around it. Okay? It is not pretty, and it is not perfect, and it is not something that, you have to hurry up and heal through so it can stop. Like, when you're cryptically pregnant, it's a sacred journey that you must buckle in for and just enjoy it. But I had a hard time enjoying this for a while because of the mental health around it, and also my own personal life things that I thought I should take into accountability. Like I said, I'm overly responsible, but my spirit guides always correct me. So I had to really hold my energy in and not say anything about nothing, and kind of just keep my energy in. So that's, me and baby are okay. I really needed to rest really bad, and it was so needed. It was much needed, okay? And I'm so glad to be back up here, okay? It was one of those things where it really helped my confidence, because I know it's not just for me. And even that thing of channelers feeling insecure about channeling certain energies because you feel like you're talking about yourself, or you feel like nobody else out there in the world will relate, that's not true. When you're a vessel and you're chosen to be in this position, you got to understand that you are carried and highly favored, and you got to understand that you are the vessel to deliver the message, because you are the vessel that is helping align things, you know? So I just was like, why do I have to be so hung up on this cryptic pregnancy stuff? You know, just kind of being analytical about everything. Okay, that's one thing I hate about being a Libra moon. Okay, I can get very cold, very cynical, very analytical, very logical, everything. And it's like that's the death of me, for real. If I overly critique things in a logical manner, knowing that I'm highly spiritual, knowing how my life is, and knowing how everything with me is in fact spiritually connected. And like, it's so hard for people on the outside to be able to connect with me because they don't really know me when they think they know me. And I've cut off so many family members and friends for that, because as I started to evolve, I started to realize that a lot of my connections were very superficial, and I didn't like that. And I didn't like knowing that I was suppressing myself to try to keep these connections alive that did not bring me any type of substance, you know? So that's kind of where I've been transgressing through right now. It's been a roller coaster, but I'm so freaking glad that I'm back grounded and centered, okay? So that was the biggest thing for me recently. It was the karmic reset for me, honey, and it's crazy too, because it's like, for me, I just be sitting by myself. I don't deal with nobody. So I really don't deal with people from the past coming back. I don't deal with, nobody, on no weird shit, because I shut that shit down a long time ago. But I can say, from a spiritual context, that does not mean that the energies and everything, aren't still having their own little things. And because I'm a high priestess, I pick up on it. And just because I pick up on it, that doesn't mean I'm going through it. It doesn't mean I'm affected by it. And it doesn't mean, whatever. So my sensitive pregnant ass just had to sit down for a minute. It did boost my confidence to be able to talk to my baby mamas and mothers to be, and mothers, period, because it's something about being in a position talking about something that people don't think is real. Like that's what it was for me. Like, and my spirit guys was like, you have to, because it's part of you. You have to unravel it. Go ahead, it's okay. So I just took everything in me to do it. And I'm so glad I did. I don't have no regrets. I did need to rest though. I did, because I understood then that everything that I have been worrying about is not even existent. And it's okay for me to be an unapologetic Empress and just do me. Okay, so Empress Goddess energy fully activated. Okay. And what add into, like, I don't talk a lot about my personal life, because I am like this black sheep energy, okay, that a lot of people are always hoping the worst for. So on my platforms and everything, I know how to carry out my mission without making things personal. But sometimes it's needed, because it allows for people to be comfortable with themselves and their own situations. So I don't talk a lot about my own personal life, but I do have a firstborn. And my firstborn, he is a little kid now. I have not seen him in a couple years. I haven't seen him last since he was a toddler. The situation in that is so fucked up, because in the middle of everything, I kind of was in this space where I had decided to fully embrace who God made me to be as a woman, a high priestess, a divine feminine, and everything. And when people don't understand those things, anything can be made into something, honey. So that was something that I thought was going to be carrying me through my year of reflection recently. And that wasn't it either. So then I'm like, hey, what's going on? Because like I said, I have this reputation of being overly responsible. That means I even want to take the consequences for other people that deserve to be going through what they're going through. Like, that's who I am at heart, just naturally. And when I tell you, my spirit guide separated me from all that shit and was like, no, that's not what you finna be doing no more, honey. You can't save nobody. You can't hold space for anyone. You can't stop a moving train for somebody else to cross, none of that. You're gonna have to go your way and do what you gotta do, and let everyone else out there, everywhere, whatever is going on, let them do their shit, because they are the ones that are responsible for their own shit. And when I tell you my entire adulthood has been around trying to be as responsible as I fucking could, because I don't like to be looked at as disorganized, incompetent, or anything of lack, because look at my skin color, obviously. But another thing about it was just to make sure that I could function correctly as an adult and everything, right? That wasn't it. Now, I do miss my firstborn. I miss him a lot. And I just was like, well, I guess my way of being accountable would probably be to try to fix the situation. You know, my spirit guides just were like, it wasn't your doing, so it's not your place to fix. And we're going to show you that when I tell you every single time I have attempted to try and create something for my own child to be able to have access to his mom, it just got stopped, it got blocked, it got rerouted and everything, like I'm a failure of a mother. And nobody likes to feel like a failure of a mother, okay? But you gotta have a deeper perspective for this type of shit. And that's what I realized. I'm like, wow, okay. So that's where I was at for a little bit, okay? So, and I've dealt with people trying to attack me over it, you know, feeling like I shouldn't claim the mother title or the empress title because of whatever they thought happened between me being separated from my child and stuff like that. I just let people think what they want to think, because you aren't me, you don't know me, you haven't been through what I've been through, and if you did, you would not be who you are. So I just let that stuff fly now, and I feel so much better about myself. There's been a lot of people trying to haze me, get my attention about things that don't have nothing to do with me, trying to involve me in things that have nothing to do with me. And at this point, the Libra moon in me just don't give a fuck. I can't pretend to give a fuck either, because I really don't. I really don't. And I do stuff on according to what God tells me to do. If you're not God, you are not nobody in charge of me. So when I get up on my platforms and stuff and people try to do things to get energy out of me, I be knowing. I do, but I'm so, baby, you gotta reach me to get to me. And if you can't reach me, how you gonna get to me? And if you still attempt to do it, that shows that you lack somewhere mentally. I've been in this area of reclamation, honey, like a motherfucker, okay? We on our Rosa Parks, okay? Period. We is on our motherfucking Rosa Parks. Don't play with it. But yeah, honey, that's just, and I you know, because it's like, you don't have to be going through nothing to be highly spiritual. You don't have to go through anything to be spiritual or to be anointed, appointed, chosen, or nothing. Chosen ones choose themselves, and I feel like that's where I'm at right now. I done chose myself so bad, I had to silently carry around this deadbeat mom title because I got separated from my firstborn in a situation that I could not control. A situation that I could not revive, could not control, could not do anything about, still can't do nothing about it. And God, my ancestors, and everybody are showing me the truth behind everything. So I'm like, okay, I feel a lot better. Because, you know, being cryptically pregnant, it will fuck with you. It'll make you feel like you done made a mistake somewhere in life and you have fertility problems because of it now. It'll make you feel like you're going through some type of karma with your new baby daddy because of some shit that you didn't resolve with your old baby daddy. And honey, that shit don't resonate with me. So I had to reclaim my power with that one. I had to. And for anybody that would watch my platforms because they want information about that stuff, I'm only talking about it because I have an article out and it's in the description of this video. The article, it's Canvas Rebel and Voyage, Michigan, okay? But in one of the articles, I talked about my battle with divorce, losing my father, going homeless, and everything of that nature. And I summed it up with that one sentence, but everything that I went through behind it was hell, you know? So when people read that in the article, they get stuck on it. Because I probably would rather have my child. I would rather have my child than to not be with my child, you know? But I just don't like when people can read something that I chose to share and try to drag it. You can't drag me, honey. You can't. You can't drag me. I'm 144th proof, okay? 144th proof, okay? Clock it, baby. All right? So I just was going through my rebirth. I was going through my rebirth, and like, it just done got real deep for a little bit, okay? So yeah, my birthday is coming up, and like all this stuff is going, because I've had people try to calculate ways on how to come for me, on how to interrupt me energetically, because they think when I pick up these tarot cards, that's what their problem is. They think when I pick up these tarot cards and everything that I'm just delusional or something. When I don't have the tarot, I'm still me. I'm still highly favored. I'm still gifted. I'm still channeling, even without the cards. Come on now. So why would you ever think that you could get in my bubble and penetrate anything? If you know something about me, it's because I chose to share it with you. Don't ever think I'm hiding anything. You can't tell a grown woman what she's hiding. It just ain't your business. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what that is for me. Okay, that's just what the fuck that is for me. That's what it is for me. Everybody's got their own unique life. Let me have mine, okay? I am an Ophiuchus. I came here to fuck shit up, and that's what I'm finna do from here on out, okay? So yeah, watch that. The fuck? Okay. So, I do want to incorporate what I've channeled here. When I say this is an example of a cryptic message, because again, if we talk about the cryptic pregnancy journey, it feels like nothing is growing. That's what cryptic means. Unknowing, okay? Unknowing or stagnant or oblivious or just something of naivety somewhere in there, right? But I'm enjoying my pregnancy journey, enjoying my personal life, my family and everything. And this is an example of a cryptic message right here. I had to put my Eye of Horus on it, okay? So I can see what it was. Okay, you guys. So let's get into this, all right? Let's see what this is. I have another YouTube channel, okay? Subscribe to my new YouTube channel, okay? 𝐻𝒾𝑔𝒽𝑒 there, curated temperance messages, okay? You are getting the Sagittarian of balance and equilibrium, purification, okay? And everything else in between, okay? From your Earth Angel, Empress, Goddess, High Priestess, all right? So subscribe to that channel, okay? The messages over there are so unique, oh my gosh. But yeah, so I want to use this that I've been, like I said in the last videos, I've been called to bring out my channeler's book, okay? I get to a point where I write down my dreams and everything. I'm a Sagittarian. I don't ignore my dreams, okay? So, you guys, let's do this here. I'm actually going to put this on. I'm going to put this back on. I was channeling this while I was doing my laundry a few days ago. The messages were just coming and I couldn't get them out of my head. I had to hurry up and write them down. So we will see. First I did tarot. But the tarot wasn't kicking it for me. I had to start writing. So it was like the tarot that I had, I had to start writing, okay? I had to start writing. I just had to jot it the fuck down because the tarot wasn't, it was like, yeah, I had to write it, okay? So let's see what this is here, okay? Let's see what is going on up in this, but these messages here are pretty straightforward, okay? And like I said, this video may be a couple parts because we already pushing at 30 minutes. All right, so bear with me here, okay? Hope you can find something here that will help you here. And if not, I hope you do find the answer somewhere else, okay? The one thing I personally will not put up with is anybody bashing me, my calling, my spiritual gifts, or anything when they personally don't know me. If it don't resonate with you, go find some resignation elsewhere, duh. Okay, there's 7 billion people here. I hope 7 billion people don't have the same mindset. You scaring me. What's going on? Okay, let's see what's going on here. I do want to use the 𝐻𝒾𝑔𝒽𝒫𝓇𝒾𝑒𝓈𝓉𝑒𝓈𝓈. Ooh, okay. Well, this is the card that's on the table, baby. We got a community out here. We should have a community out here because I was channeling something about a coven anyways, and that's what's all over this paper. Destiny swapping, coven information, spell work, spiritual warfare. Yeah, let's get up in here. Let's get in here. Welcome to part 1. Let's see what's going on. Somebody's having some form of regrets here, and this could be about a community, a coven, something of the nature. But I want to get 3 of these 𝐻𝒾𝑔𝒽𝑒𝑚 oracle cards, and then we will switch to the ancestry tarot and see what else goes after that, okay? Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. So there's something about, like how I was just talking about me taking that little bit of time off of here. Something about you taking your time, or something about someone taking their time with something. And I feel like it may have something to do with like this hope that, there's this hope that somebody was hoping that you would stop trying to give something your all, because it wasn't doing nothing but burning you out, or it wasn't doing nothing but creating the performative version of you that wanted to seek approval, okay? This is like a different narrative. This feels like the tables have turned on something though, because it's like whatever these communities was trying to project about something, that's actually them. So something is worn down, okay? Watered down, I would even say. Whitewashed even, okay? Like, I don't know. Ooh. All right. Reawakening the power within. You may have extracted your energy from a coven or this community. It could even be a family that I'm talking about. You may have extracted your energy from them, meaning like maybe there were certain things that you felt like they were trying to target you for, and so you could have like burrowed in the shadows for a bit so that you wouldn't be attacked or something of the nature. But it's like something is going on where people are realizing here that they should have been doing what they was judging you for doing. Okay? They should have been doing what they were judging you for doing. Ain't that something? Like, what is great? We got the best of 3 and we've got a fucking inheritance correction. Get at me, honey. Don't play with it. Wow. All right. So I'm going to put these over here because this is like a blank page over here. And we just going to see what rolls, okay? So, self-care could be very heightened right now as well. People are realizing that you were the guide that they were avoiding, okay? Which would kind of also be like that energy of trying to single you out about stuff or say something about what you were doing or how you were doing it. You were the guide to showing people the way to their own freedom type shit. And that's kind of what people are realizing here, because if you have extracted your energy from a lot of this shit here, okay, that people was doing here, Because there's somebody rewriting some type of lies here and exaggerating on some delusional shit even. Because they were trying to see where you were at. Maybe like, I would even say mentally here, okay? There are mice here. Something could be eating away. It could be eating away at someone when they're alone. It could be eating away at them when they're around these people, or maybe these were the people that someone was listening to when it came to you, or simply a lot of people were trying to discredit you and they wanted to rile up to prove that you are not credible for stuff, okay? This is like really weird energy here, okay? For some of you here, this literally could have been a coven trying to manifest off of your energy if you are very high vibrational and if you are very knowledgeable, or if you're an old soul here. It's like they could have been trying to manifest their own upbringing off of your energy, except for it wasn't like a real energy exchange. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to consent to an energy exchange for there to be a proper energy exchange. You know, you can't just extract something from somebody, and you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like stealing. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, people were confused about what you were doing. Return to sender. Ooh. People were confused about what you were doing, except for they shouldn't have been focused on it in the first place. Like, what the hell? Yeah, oh. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. This is so crazy. You've awakened something within, which is bringing about some type of opportunity. 777 could be significant in this energy here, okay? There's something about the 7 plagues. That literally just downloaded on me. What's the 7 plagues? Something about the 7 plagues, or 7 plagues or something like that. Or the chakra system, the 7 solar system, chakra system, okay? Nervous system, even, all right? Interesting. So while people are trying to be in this figure me out as energy, there's a community that has surrendered because there's something that you've been doing inwardly, or something for yourself, that has these people in a chokehold, because it's something about them being confused about what you were doing, because they should have been doing what you were doing in the first place, because you were leading by example, and that's why there weren't any words being exchanged. Actions speak louder than words. Wow. $12 swords. This is crucial. 12 swords. So this is what's going on. We might not need other parts to this video, because the way this message is coming quick like this, okay, this is what's going on. Every knife that was put into your back is being put back into the back of your enemies here. And I could be talking about enemies that you don't even know are your enemies, but they made themselves your enemy, okay? But every knife that was put into your back is being redistributed into theirs. And they do not have the strength that you have. They do not even know what's causing this on them. And that could have been the position that you were in. You didn't know why stuff was going on, or like you didn't know what to do or anything of that nature. And you could have felt like everybody turned their back on you, or you could have felt like certain people was, you know, standing in the background trying to target you, or trying to put their foot on your neck, or whatever was going on here. And now they don't want to do the shit no more, because they want to be influenced by you, or they want to take in a lot of what you were exhibiting. But the crazy part is you never stopped, though, because that's just who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now that they want to join it because they can't beat it, okay? they're getting beat the fuck up. Okay, like what? Yeah, ooh, yeah, okay. All along, you are a free spirit, or you're very open-minded, or you are the type of person that open people, you open people up, okay? And it's not in a way where you force people. I could be talking to an influencer. Maybe you don't know you're an influencer, or maybe you don't know that, you know what I'm saying? Whole time you're an influencer or something important or somebody important, and people have always tried to, make you out as an example or something like that. That's what this is giving here, okay? There's something about astral sex here in the 7 plagues and the solar system chakra system. Okay, so if you could overwork yourself for these ungrateful ass people here, it would be like you would be casted off into a trench or something while everybody is looking up or doing better than you. That's what it was supposed to seem to be like here, okay? And this is a truth here, okay? Somebody or something, I know in a couple readings ago I talked about someone could have been calling divine feminine a hoe because you want to have sex with them, or because they could manipulate your sacredness or something of the nature, or possibly even reclaiming your sensual energy back, all right? From people that may have tried to compete or mimic or overly sexualize you or culturally appropriate you in some type of way, just because they are afraid of the type of confidence that you walk with, okay? So on your end, you never changed into nobody different. You always remained who you are. I think the issue here is people are realizing that they never knew you or anything about you. They were just projecting based on their own image. So that's where it kind of goes back to that they should have been doing what they saw you doing, because you actually are of a good influence. You actually are something important, or you are the main influence behind something, okay? So Redestiny Swap is up here as well, okay? Redestiny Swap, when I was channeling it, it referred to how many people have tried to come into divine feminine's energy to mulch off of her, or to try to disposition her, okay? In a way of making her feel less than, or making her feel like she is of lack, or making her feel like she is not capable. But the entire time, there really wasn't something for you to try to equal up to, because you are the cherry on top, okay? Somebody took a lot of pride in this limitation of thinking that you were wounded because they did something to you. They took pride in feeling like you were wounded because they did something to you, and hoping or feeling like you would be down bad as long as you were wounded by whatever it was that they were doing. And that's not what that was either. This is like a really weird, messed up message, okay? Yeah. You are very pure. You're bold, brave, pure, balanced. Ooh. Ooh. Heavy on Voodoo Mama. Hello. Okay. Marie LaVue has entered the chat, baby. Hello. Wow. Ooh. You are very pure. That's what kind of points to this perfectionism, burnout energy. You're not a performer, you're pure. You do everything from generosity. Yeah, I guess if you live in a lack mentality, you would miss that. That's what this naivety is? Yeah, okay. All right, Spirit. All right, Marie LaVue has entered the motherfucking chat. Hello. There is harmony being restored within, or harmony has been restored within. Take that wherever it goes for you. And we've got the moon. Hello. Okay, hello. All right. So right now, Divine Feminine, you could be feeling very deeply, or like there's some type of secrets being revealed to you. These secrets are being revealed to you during a time where balance is being restored, or during a time where certain things are being surrendered, because that's the only solution or the only hope. And it might be for you or about you, or it may be something that not to say that you had been sitting around hoping for closure or liberation, but it's like after you've already validated yourself, now here comes the closure and liberation, which is so weird, right? Yeah, this is crazy here. This is crazy, crazy, crazy. So there is a return to sender going on. All the knives that were put into your back are being put back into the backs of the ones that were doing the stabbing. This is really brutal. This is like, whoa, baby. Brutal, okay? Seriously. It's getting like really dark over here. Okay, so that's kind of, okay. Yeah, all right. Spirit says switch the cards out. All right. Ooh. The 7 plagues is still hitting me here, okay? So there's something about trying to break down the divine feminine because somebody was hoping to extract something from you, but they couldn't. And that also could go back to this coven here, or this community of people, or whatever this is here. Because it literally says manifesting gone wrong. See, like, I don't know what state of mind I was in when I was channeling this, but honey, like, yeah, okay. Manifesting gone wrong. Okay. Okay. Somebody has been trying to save their reputation based on your image. You are like baptism water, okay? You're like baptism water. People want to swim all in there, baby. And it's only because they feel like as long as you would have been the bad guy, or as long as you would have been in a bad light collectively or whatever, they would always have a spot. And like I said, I guess you would miss it if you are in extreme lack, okay? Money doesn't do anything for your lack mentality. Money actually exaggerates the lack, really. So I don't know if somebody was trying to make it about competing over a position, a spot, a name, something. Like I said, you could be an influencer and you don't know, or I don't know, but spirits and shadow oracle. The moon is mirroring. The moon is mirroring. The moon is mirroring. This is blackout energy. These people are experiencing blackouts in their lives. Oh, because divine feminine, that's what you were experiencing when all the betrayal was coming to the surface. All right. Okay. So this harmony within yourself could feel a lot like making bold, courageous moves, okay? Like doing things that you know people would never expect for you to do, or doing things, confirmation, yeah, doing things that disappoint people, okay? Or doing things that, you know, purpose over popularity type shit, okay? Purpose over popularity, is that what divine feminine is on? Ooh. Somebody could have been trying to secretly watch you, hoping to better themselves in a action speak louder than words way, but it's like they've already created some type of reputation for themselves that they are like entangled with here. Divine Feminine, you could have a clean slate, a clean reputation, or someone that is very credible, like legitly credible, motherfucker, okay? So it wouldn't really be a reputation for you unless you made one for yourself, okay? This is going from someone thinking that they were influencing you or wanting for you to be influenced by them to them fully surrendering because they're realizing that that's not the position that God put them in. Okay? Gosh. The Magician is up here. Yeah. They were manipulating. They were... whatever it was that was being manipulated or casted over, this is like casting a shadow here, okay? Some people are in very dark clouds here. The shadows that they had been casting was actually all the things that they were supposed to have been reflecting upon or healing from or being self-accountable for. And none of these people have done this or because I'm channeling something where somebody try to skip the work in order to rush to a position of power, and they are regretting doing it in that way because now they are watching you, referencing you, and looking at you and wishing that they would have slowed down and taken the time to mature through the pace of the process. You could be reincarnated. You could be in this remembrance energy, okay? This strong remembrance energy is what's bringing in this harmony within here. Lord. I feel like there's something going on where like you are living in your truth here, or you've been living in your truth the entire time. Okay? And other people simply just hate you because you, okay? Reversal and patience is in the reverse here. Somebody has either lost their patience or you knew that patience was a virtue and now you don't have to wait any longer. You knew that patience was a virtue, so you sacrificed in order to, okay. So, all right. There's like, you don't all talk at once. Okay, so the wait is over. You don't have to be patient anymore. And I feel like the patience energy could have been you just not wanting to be in the riffraff. Because you've seen it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, when you have the opportunity to fix or straighten something up, you're going to take your time and do that. Moving on your own time, on your own dime, on your own shine, and not going with the crowd. Purpose over popularity. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, honey. I'm telling you. There's something significant about whatever it was that you created, or whatever it is that you're thinking about creating, even, that is the roots that it's anchored in is highly valuable. And like I said, if you have a lack mentality, you will miss the whole fucking thing, baby. Lord, the nerve of some people, okay? But the moon is mirroring here. You see through the facades of these people or this community. Touch not my anointed. Now, as God is making these people reveal themselves and put their darkest shadows out there, you are seeing it. somebody could have somebody could have casted a shadow thinking that it was going to boost them somewhere, and then now they're living in their shadow, and everything that's being manifested is off of that fake casting. It was supposed to be in shadow work, but it was not shadow work. It wasn't shadow work. Somebody has been living in their pain, okay, off of some fake alchemy role, trying to act like they're transmuting things here. And that's not what that was. They're just living in a shadow. Yeah, manifesting gone wrong. Yeah. Jupiter is finna come in for these karmic lessons. And we've got the Ace of Cups for you, though, Divine Feminine. We've got the inheritance correction still at the bottom of the deck, babes. Period. Okay, period. Let me clean these up because this message is done. This message is done. Wow. We're going to get some energy on the bottom of the deck here, and we're going to move on. We don't need any other parts to this video, obviously. The next full moon is going to be December 4th. But like I said, this message is totally timeless, and you are going to appreciate it for wherever it finds you at in life, okay? Let's see what's going on in here. Let me clean this energy up. Okay, let me see. What is going on? Oh, okay. We got the Galactic Federation here. Somebody is watching from a distance. That's what we already said. Everybody's watching from a distance, okay? 8 of Sticks energy is given because we got the 4 of Sticks up here too. 8 of Sticks energy, they're watching from a distance here. There's also something coming in for you as well. Some form of delays that are being washed away because there are opportunities opening up here as well, okay? Maybe even 2, the Galactic Federation is like ushering you into your higher ranking here as well, and maybe it's in the presence of thy enemies. Ooh, the catalyst is up here. Be ready for radical change, Divine Feminine. Be ready to take control here. Somebody could have, with this redestiny swapping here, thank you, Spirit. This redestiny swapping here, somebody could have tried to give Divine Feminine the wrong information about who she is, what her journey is, or what she needs to do. You know, they gave the wrong information purposely. Maybe they were thinking that you didn't know, or they were thinking you were way back somewhere else, you know, and they could naively misguide you. But that's backfiring on somebody real bad, baby, okay? Instead of learning or trying to learn and study you, they need to learn what's within them. Whoever this is that was trying to purposely misguide, misread, or whatever, they were just jealous here because they see that you are naturally an old soul, or like you are far more advanced than they are, versus like they could have been comparing like age or familial status or societal status or tax bracket status or something to discredit you because they felt like you have this naive type of energy, but you're really pure. So there's a difference between naive and pure, okay? The path. And we got a reversal. Ooh, yeah, somebody could have tried to put you on some type of spiritual journey, initiation, but yet you were like walking into betrayal or walking into a collapse of your reality or something based on them misguiding you here. And now like they're regretting like misinforming you or something. It could have been black magic to manipulate your energy to create enemies or just something of the nature here. lowering your vibration or tampering with your connection with source, trying to get you to deplete out of your chakras and stuff. It's like you were supposed to be on some type of spiritual journey that was never going to get you anything, but it was going to create a loop or a cycle for you to, I guess, burn yourself out. And it did not work. And I love to say time and time again, the minute you find out about weapons forming against you, it's because they did not prosper. And with that, that's all she wrote. All right, so, oh yeah, you go.